That's what I'm talking about. This is the one I wanted. Now look, I want you guys to see something. I'm going to make sure I get this in here really good. That's what I'm talking about. Alrighty then. Okay, everybody, look. Look right here. Do you see that? Around Jesus' head right there? You do see that, don't you? See what a little hand is going around that? You see? Now that thing behind Jesus' head, if you look at it and pay attention to what you're looking at, I want you to look inside. If I did like that and I did like that, you would see a cross in there. Look behind his head real good. See, I'm going to show you how they play games with your eyes and your brain at the same time, and you miss things. All right, now they tell you that Jesus was hung on the cross and died for your sins. Okay, here we go. There's a cross in there. All right, look real good. There it goes. But if you go right up the middle of Jesus' face, they positioned it perfectly, where you can see the cross goes right past his pineal gland. All right, that's where the midsection goes. Right past his pineal gland. All right, and then this part right here goes right up the center of his face. Now see, all of this is the way all people that represent a God knowledge has precise increments of placement. That is how the human mind works. To precision. You can look at something in your living room and know that the chair been bumped, because that's how your mind is. You know where you want that chair to be, and if it moves one little spot, you will go in there and fix it. That's how the human mind works. So now what they gave you is a picture of the sun in the back. Now, I'm going to show you something that you overlook if I don't point it out to you. This right here is right over the top of Jesus' head. Now what that is supposed to be synonymous with is a lotus flower. Now those of you who haven't studied this stuff don't know what a lotus flower is. A lotus flower is a flower of the Nile Valley region that grows in the murky waters in the ponds. And at night, when the sun leaves, this thing completely submerges itself underwater, because the stem of it collapses and lets it go underwater. It sleeps underwater at night. But when the sun rises in the morning, it rises up to meet the sun. And when it rises up to meet the sun, it had put this emollient over its pelts before it went under the water the night prior. And the emollient that it secretes around its pelt stops the dirty waters of the ponds or the rivers that it's living in from being able to be porous to, you know what I'm saying, to the flowers or whatever it is that the plant, which is the entire plant. The entire plant doesn't want the water to stain it, okay? So what it does is it uses that emollient as a defense to stop things from being able to adhere to it. So it comes out of the dirty water every day as clean as it was when it went down. So now that placement of it right over Jesus' head like that has another synonymous thing too, because they know that a lot of the black people or the African people that's on the earth has knowledge of self hid in their genetics. So what they do is they try to make Jesus become the goddess. Now this is going to be hard for y'all to get, but you see him holding those lambs? That's the same representation as a woman holding her child. And look how he's got that little lamb to his bosom. And they even tell you that he holds you in his bosom as if to suckle you. Now see, this is the homosexual bullshit that's got all our men walking around here with their pants hanging off their ass, wanting to be little faggots, alright? Now look, I hate to give it to you like that. Look what this nose, mouth thing is. Place that. If Jesus had a breast right there, this thing will be suckling on him. Now ain't that some faggot ass shit? Now look, this thing right here, that's supposed to be sun dish. Let me show you what he did. Look, that's what they did. Look, he's even got the damn, look in his hand right here. Look in his hand. Look right there in his hand. Okay? Look what he has in his hand. Do you see that? Now look. Now that is a shame. And there it goes for you right there. See how they plagiarize everything from us? Now if this is the goddess of Set holding her son Heru, and now here you go with faggot Jesus wanting to be a woman so bad, he got the little lamb right where his breast would be, wanting to be able to suckle children. But he can't. So what does he do? He eradicates the woman's ability to do that because of jealousy. Because of his jealousy and because of his knowledge of incompletion, because of his lack of melanin, he wants to be the progenitor of everything godly and everything good on the earth. So here he is right now. Hid her and hid the goddess of Set. But I'm going to show you all that. Okay? So now this woman, see his staff, which is called a crook. In this picture, it's a crook. But in her case, she has a plow. And the plow represents, I have a hoe, and I take it everywhere that I go. Because I plant the seeds, so I reap what I sow. What she's saying is, I know that I live by divine actions, and therefore I can only produce divine growth. That's my same model. That's what I live by also. Which means that that's a lie about me stealing anything. If I took something out of the alley that I didn't get permission for to take, and that's all you white people want to vibrate on, is because when I knock on your door, even though you be home, you won't open the door. And my state of poverty is caused by that type of selfishness. So you force me into taking things out of the alley. And in my defense of everything, once something is thrown in the alley, it's threw away. You can't change your mind because you don't like the garbage man that came and collected it. All right? That's all bullshit. Okay? Now look. This is the shit you need to throw in the alley. And you won't have to worry about me messing with it, because I'll see that shit and keep it pushing. Not this. I'm talking about this. If you don't want me riding down your alley picking up shit, keep doing this shit out there. I won't even come down your alley no more. I despise this wickedness. Got the nerves to want to look at that. I don't care what nobody say. That's what they brainwash you into seeing. Now he done replaced your mother. And they even got pictures of 3 men and a little baby. Okay? They show you 2 men in bed with a little black child. Oh, think I'm like, I'm gonna show your ass. I'll show you. I will show you. Believe that. Don't get mad at me. I gotta wake people up. I have to. You guys don't know, this type of brainwash is making you all be on your way to hell. Because you're worshiping this type of bullshit as God on earth, and you can't have a God if you don't have a goddess. That is supposed to be a personification of the female, not faggot ass Jesus. Hate to drop it on you like that, but it is what it is. Now watch this. I'm gonna keep going down here, show you some more stuff. Okay, right here, it's supposed to be Herod Temple. Alright. I'm not going to come over there and zoom in on that because the whole layout of that is nothing but Egyptian. Alright. That's all it is. It's an Egyptian layout. They stole it all from Egyptian people. They didn't build shit. Alright. Okay, look at all these pictures. I want to show you something. I want to show you the faggotry. Show you why they always want you not to have anything in your face as far as female divine energy. Because this is what's going on with them. All men, all men, all men, all men. Here's the first woman, and as you can see, she's on her knees, I guess ready to give Jesus some, but look, when a woman finally pops up, look at her submissiveness. Look. Do you see? Do you see the brainwash? When she finally pops up, look at her. Submissive to the man. And look at him. Like a little faggot with his breasts exposed. Do you see that? Do you guys see what I'm talking about? Look at this. Okay, now, we all know for a fact that this dress attire would have been synonymous with melanated people because we are the ones who always wanted to leave ourselves exposed so the sunlight can touch us and energize our melanocytes. You white people You know for a fact yourself that you guys is not out there trying to stay in the sun all the time. Look, right there. Sun disk around his head again. Alright? Right there. Sun disk around his head. Okay? Like he's the melanated man of the earth, and he know the sun will destroy his ass if he stay in it too long. Okay, of course, here it is right here with the sun disk around his head again, and some heathenish ass type of thing being healed by him, I guess. And then over here, all this brainwash. Okay, look at it. Just all brain, and not even in stone. Just some pictures that some artists done got together and drew. Okay, they drew this stuff and they draw it as deemed necessary just to keep the brainwashing alive. But one thing that you can notice that's true is that they're always got the sun disk, alright? All the time. All the time the sun disk, alright? Look down here. It says, Trevisani, depiction of a typical baptismal scene with the sky opening and the Holy Spirit descending as a dove. Now listen, let me explain something to you. The sky opening and the Holy Spirit descending as a dove. I want to show you the sky opening. The sky opening was the vortexes that we saw with those spirals that I was explaining to you in Universal Uterus, a shout out from Pure Potential. Alright? All this old white shit right here ain't got nothing to do with the sky opening. Again, this is a sketch. When the universe has already opened the sky and showed you what an opening sky looks like with the spirals and everything in it. It looked like a woman's uterus. That's what the opening of the sky is, and pouring out the Holy Spirit. And it's not even Holy Spirit. It's just pouring out blessings and perpetuation of prosperity and just life in general. The continuance of our immortality has to be sustained, and that's what the universe did. When that universe opened up, there was energies that came to the earth and energies that left the earth. And a lot of the bad energies that left the earth was some of these hardcore, been here forever, dug in the ground as entities that has came here and given information to this corrupt government on how to brainwash everybody using this method right here. They came here, saw how we had a divine existence on this planet through the perpetuation of these type of teachings that was given to us by our universal creator on how to sustain divine actions. They took the information, plagiarized it, flipped it, took it in a whole different direction, and did everything that was the complete opposite of it to give us a world based on hell. And that's why the Greeks had the nerves to have a fraternity in their schools, Hellenism. Hellenism is hell in them. And a condition of purposely creating circumstances where all the people on earth that are God people will be stagnated to becoming hellish demons. And that's why you got all these black people walking around and selling crack, sodomizing, all the old shit that we've been taught by these intruders. They quick to go do it. And be quick as hell to be the first person that is team up with them white people right now and say that I'm evil and I'm the devil because I don't want to be brainwashed and follow this non-godly image that has perpetuated nothing but decadence on this planet. So all of you guys that's out there involved with that, and you know I'm dropping it to you and giving you the knowledge, but you want to stick into the seat of opportunity for financial growth and favoritism by the corrupt system and out of fear. I know that. That's why I'm not afraid of them, and I'm letting them know right in their faces, your ass getting ready to be punished for the shit you've done. Because I'm good at what I do. You got the best. So you're not going to be able to talk your way out of this shit when your ass be sitting in front of a czar, because he's going to say, bullshit, I sent my son, and I know who he is. And he put it down. So I ain't trying to hear it. I ain't trying to hear it. So know that. This is not a joke. This little penmanship or their artists does not have no power to it. You better start looking at the stars and getting your information from there. There it goes again with the sun disk and the same thing I told you about right there. Again. See? Same shit. And this is a whole different picture. But they use the same type of brainwashing. The sun behind his head again. We know who the sun is backing up. It's backing up me. I already told you. We have perception now. I done already told you. And I have to tell you guys this shit, not as boasting, but just to let you be informed. Because when shit hit the fan, I'm going to be able to say, I told them. Yes, I did tell them. They knew who I was. They could tell by my actions and my behavior. I was not having sex. I was not doing drugs. The only thing I was smoking is your giving marijuana to deal with. And then opening my pineal gland, everything I have a right to do. I don't care if they did make it illegal. That's on them. More corruption from their ass that make people look at me like I'm doing something wrong. But then they run around everywhere with their stinky ass cigarettes. You can't even walk down the street without having to smell that shit all day. And it's like, do you know you're killing yourself when you smoke that? Yeah. Okay, so why are you doing it? Well, that's not the only stupid shit I do. I'm on my way to McDonald's. Oh, okay, I feel you. Keep it pushing. All right, so that's the world we live in. All right, here he goes again. All right. Okay, whole bunch of men. Okay, no women again. All right, and there he goes again, dressed like a woman. See, long hair, with the little sun disc around his head again. Faggotry. That's all it is. And then here they go again at the Last Supper. Again, no women, no black people. Okay, but this is God, right? So this is God showing you, yeah, I know I made black people, and I know I made women, but they're not important. The only thing that's important is white men, okay? Because I'm a faggot God too, and I only needed the woman to put white men on the earth. I don't care about niggers and black women. Only thing I'm interested in is black men. So at my Last Supper, I'm only going to invite a few people, and they're all going to be men. Because that's how I get down. Okay? Now look, here he goes again. Jesus coming into Galilee. Alright. Alright, check it out. Oh man. A little boy. Not even a little girl. A little boy. Not even a little girl. Not one girl. Anywhere. Not one. Well, maybe this one bowing down. Because they always be bowing down when they be women. Everyone's standing up except these two, so I'm sure that's probably two women right there. I gotta be honest. They did put two in there. Okay, now here we go down here again, which is a whole different picture of Jesus altogether. It don't even look like the other pictures of Jesus. This one got red hair. So you see they could get your ass from every angle. They could flip those colors on your ass just to keep pushing Jesus. In case you get tired of one Jesus, we'll throw in a, you know what I'm saying, just to have some variety there. I wish they would make up their freaking mind, because it was only one Jesus, so it should be only one image of him, unless, of course, you just make the images as you go. Alright, so this is supposed to be the Eucharist. We all know what the Eucharist was, right? Or what it is. See his big ass wafer? Haven't they given us enough drugs? Do you see what it is? It's a pill. That's what it is. It's saying, eat of me. Eat of my flesh. His flesh is the flesh that is perpetuating all the drug use on the planet. The aspirins, the Tylenol, everything. George Bush just got through talking about just say no to drugs, or Ronald Reagan and his wife Nancy Reagan, and all that old bullshit. And then right after that, a freaking pampering commercial come on. And I'm like, isn't pampering a drug? You know, or Alka-Seltzer. Alka-Seltzer is a drug too. You could call it medicine if you want to, but it is a drug. Anything that you eat to create a mental conceptualization of change to your body, alright, is a drug. The only thing we should be eating on this planet is the stuff that is naturally grown by the sunlight. Everything that this man wants you to eat, like these things like that, you better run your ass away from it real fast, because the only thing they're trying to do is make a profit off of you, and they don't care if they sell you something that will kill your ass. Believe that. Now, let me explain to you what the Eucharist is. The Eucharist is when you eat the vegetation of the earth, you give blessing on it and thank the vegetation growers through blessing it through the God Asar. Because the God Asar is the representation of all sustainment on the earth, as well as his wife, Aset. And the reason for that is because the earth, using the same form of alchemy that's implemented or incorporated when all the plants and everything on the earth is made. The human beings were made in the beginning as green people. Later, as more carbon filled into their bodies, that's when they took on the hue of black. But the first beginning, according to the teachings of the ancient Kemetic, when man came from the elements of the soil and the moisture of the oceans, when he came from the womb of Mother Earth, it was green as the god of Sar. And from that green hue, it changed into a darker hue and became the black African man and woman of this planet. So, eating of the Eucharist has nothing to do with drinking their man-manufactured wine and eating that big-ass hit of crack or LSD or freaking Watson Laboratory, those damn Nexias and those freaking Loracets and those damn Vicodins that my ass was addicted to for so long. I had to combat that addiction. That's why I know what I'm talking about. And that big ass pill right there, I would have loved to get a pill that big when I was hooked on them shits. I would have died because I would have ate that whole pill. And I know that. That's how addicted I was. By eating the Eucharist that he wants to offer your ass. A big old dope pill right there and a glass of wine. And now we got a state of drunkenness and pill poppers like never before on the damn planet. This is how they get your mind. Right there. It's so ridiculous. Then here go the homo. Look at the homo stuff right there. See? As you can see, something around the head. Now look, they really overdid it right here. He actually got sunlight coming in right into his head. Like you guys see me having a true interaction. They give you a picture. See, they nervous because they know who I am. They saying, wait a minute, this motherfucker really show all the characteristics. Okay, he got the sun doing shit for him. See, you see how all him and his followers all got that glow of sunlight around their head? Because they know the true Son of God and the true Solomon. Solomon that built all the temples according to that bullshit. It's not Solomon. It's Solar Man. Meaning black man. And you can still see the temples all up and down our land masses that's associated with us. Even here in the Americas. So the Solar Man is the original Solomon. They stole our story on that. They did not build all these temples around the planet Earth. Okay, I'm sorry. It's the black man that gets credit for that, alright? And that's all to it. No one is going to be stealing credit for all our hard-ass work. You can forget that. Especially after you stole us and made us do all your hard-ass work. Okay, that's proof right there that what I'm saying is synonymous with your activities. You've already proven that you could do stuff like that. Alright? So shut your ass up. Okay. So you can see all the interactions that they having with sunlight. And you can see two faggot men getting ready to kiss each other in the mouth right there. That is just too much. It's just too in your face, alright, for you to be sitting up trying to act like I'm a crazy person that's not trying to tell the truth. This is where homosexuality comes from, right there with Jesus. See, there's no women anywhere, okay? Now, there's no, and then when you see him getting ready to have intimacy with someone, it's another man, not a woman, okay? This is why, and then they talk about it's the kiss of Judah. It's still a kiss. I don't care what no one says. That is just too damn, listen, they got their lips lined up to kiss each other in the mouth. All right, now you won't ever find that with him and a woman. Whenever you see him getting ready to kiss somebody in the mouth, it's another man. And then I showed you the picture of the lamb being right in a position where if he had breasts, the little lamb was synonymous as a baby in his bosom, getting ready to suck on him. And then of course right here, him again, getting ready to be thrown into an area with nothing but men again. So all through the history of him walking the earth, what little chronology they showed, he always manifested himself in the company of men, not hardly no women at all. And to make matters even worse, to show you how incomplete the whole story of him is, they never showed you anything of him as a young child. No history. Because see, if they could tell you the history of him as a young child, they should be able to tell you a city that should have true documented proof of his existence, and they can't show you that. All they can do is take you to where they say where the places that he lived at and everything, but they can't show you no real proof for him. No statues. I mean, ancient statues. They can show you new shit, but they can't show you nothing ancient. Okay. So now, all right, on that, and then again, men, and then finally down here at the end, they're gonna give you the cross. Okay. 2 women now, of course, at his feet. Again, see, his feet is elevated above everything, and of course, the women are beneath him again. Okay, this is the brainwashing that they use. But one thing that's different now that his ass is on the cross, you don't see no sun disc around his head now. Okay, as if to say he's dead, because he has to be dead for the resurrection story. So now the sun is gone. Who they show you is God right there is the sun, because now that he's dead, you see, they removed the sun, because that's who the true God is. It's the Son, the S-U-N Son. So this is the brainwashing that they've been using on you people to keep you on sleep. Okay, all right. I swear to you, it's real simple. You should be able to see it. Okay, now look. Here's the resurrection. He's risen, right? Now look what's around him. The sunlight. Do you see what I'm talking about? Do you see now that he's risen? All of a sudden he's get this big ass burst of sunlight all around his white ass, knowing that he have to get some suntan. Did his ass stop at Walmart and get some sunblock before he resurrected and got his ass in all that sunlight? Hell no. See, this is the bullshit brainwash. Okay, now it's so much that he's done chased the damn Roman guards off. All right, now these guys done seen so many miracles on this man when he was on the earth, and they guards, right? But they wasn't smart enough to know when they were guards that I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna earn my paycheck, but I ain't fucking with Jesus. Just that simple. They could say squad 18, go over there and do something or whatever. I'm gonna act like I couldn't find his ass. Message: be smart. Don't let them get you fucked up, cause I am not a joke. Okay. Now look at this little faggot right here. He got some wings and everything. It couldn't even be a woman. All right. Now listen to what I'm saying to you guys, so you can see the brainwash. Jesus is God. Son, right? Do you understand what I'm saying? So now, God's son was able to be murdered by these mortal men, because they're not immortal. Because if you're immortal, you would know God when you see it. The only person that would not know God when they see God is a person that's not immortal. Okay? One of the necessary cognitive collections is the knowledge of self being God before you can be immortal. And you have to launch that off of having a human form. You can only launch immortality from a human form, okay? And you can actually launch immortality from there and come back as an animal, believe it or not, because you won't have to launch immortality from being an animal, because you come back as an animal already under the grace of being immortal, just so you can witness things. People always overlook stupid dog, kick him, but the dog be right there telling every damn thing you see. And they put the dope under here, and they hit the body right here. All on record. Your dumb ass to know that the dog is God. Okay, look. Now they're gonna tell you Jesus couldn't keep his own ass from being killed. So now he done risen, the son that came, that should have been sufficient. But just to make it even more grand for you guys, they threw some little cracker ass angel in there. Alright, so what's the need for the angel? Because the angel wasn't doing his job when they let the Romans kill Jesus. Angels are supposed to stop you from being killed. Angels are supposed to turn bullets that was launched at your ass, a real bullet, but all of a sudden it's plastic. I bet that got you bitches really aware of what's going down. I know what your fat ass did out there. People do not play games like that. You tried to kill me out there in that alley, and I know you did, you fucker. But that's alright. Now I know you bastards know who you playing with. Okay? Now look. This guy right here is a phony. And so is this guy. The only thing that's realistic in this picture is this Roman soldier getting the fuck out of this divine action of God. Even if these characteristic or descriptions is phony as hell, his action or what he should do when you see the God man coming at your ass, it's the only thing you should pay attention to, because that's the only knowledge your ass should pick up out of that whole picture. And then again, here goes Jesus sitting on the throne in heaven, I guess, or whatever, because he's sitting, he's got some golden wings with the sun on his head again. Now, he done went to heaven, but they forgot he in heaven, okay? You see what I'm saying? Because look, they say that this is an angel, but you know what? They fool you with that crap, okay? Because listen, You've seen these women bowing down to Jesus all through the whole segment. And all of a sudden, here's an angel with golden wings, the same description of what you're going to be when you go to heaven. And they still bond to it. And then they tell you it's an angel at the empty tomb. Why is an angel wasting his time at the empty tomb? Just to bring it home. More bullshit brainwash. Angels should be out there saving some little drowning boy in the water and all that stuff. Jesus ain't even at the tomb no more. But the angels just hanging out, kicking it with Mary and all them. You know, I'm an angel. I can do that. Oh, Mary, you been good to Jesus. You gave Jesus, they gave him some sucky, but he always hanging out with Peter, so we know you wanted to, you know. So we ain't mad at you about that. So here it goes again. He done rose all above the clouds and everything and this and that. Now, he done got killed and rose.